Hey, I'm early. 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. I've tagged a few of you here. I'm excited. Cut back on some noise. I'm excited. I'm just going to start getting things prepared. Don't get alarmed. I'm not going to start without you. Just getting things ready. Okay. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, sweetheart. I'm just getting things ready. We're not quite ready to jump on live, but I thought I would just get on and start letting people filter in a little bit. Right now, I'm just getting my dough started and warming up some water. So jump on in. I'm glad to see you. If you have any questions, baby, put them in the chat. I'll be glad to get in there as I can. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to answer all of them during the live, but I'll get to everything, I promise, no later than afterwards. Hey, Liz. How you doing, sweet pea? Happy birthday to my buddy. I tagged you because I just knew you were going to, be around. But I figured you had plans. I hope Eric is having a fantastic birthday. Hey, Sam. How are you, love bug? How's my little buddy John? If you're watching live, please go ahead and put hashtag live. That way I know who came and who didn't to the live event. We got about 2 minutes. I'm excited. Y'all want to make pretty bread? Are you cooking with me? Let me know if you're cooking with me. If you're cooking with me, I'm going to get all excited because I get to see pictures when you're done too. I can't wait. I love this. I've been doing this about once a week and my kids are all about it. When I told my son, my oldest is the only one here right now, the youngest is traveling, and when I told him what I was making tonight, he's like, oh, bet. So I'll be making him some dipping oil to go with it. I'm super stoked. I love that he loves my food. It makes me feel really, really special when my kids like what I do, because what I do for them. So anyway, it's almost time. So what did you guys have for dinner, or did you wait? What do you guys do in the summertime? Like in the summertime when it's really hot or the weather's cruddy or whatever, what are your go-to easy meals for the summertime? I would love to know, because I am really definitely open to adding to my easy summer meal repertoire, because I don't really have one. And I could use some help trying to figure out what to do for my littles. Well, not just my littles, my bigs too, because, nobody likes to cook in the summertime. It's just too blasted hot. Okay, so it is almost straight up 7 o'clock. I already have put my pizza crust mix in my batter bowl. I've already put 2 tablespoons of olive oil with it. 7 o'clock straight up. Hello, you guys. I'm so glad to see you. Okay. Hey, Evelyn. Nice to see you, love. Okay, so I already have my pizza crust mix in my batter bowl. This is the classic batter bowl. It's a little larger. It gives me a little bit more room to work. This is our new pizza crust. I love the herbs that are included in the new pizza crust. Not only is it great for pizza, but it makes a kickin' focaccia, which is what we're going to do tonight. Okay, this one, typically I would use 2 mixes. I had 2, but I realized that one of the ones that I had was old, and it's a larger mix, and it's different, and hey Connie, I love you. It's different, and I didn't want to mix the 2. Plus, I thought it was kind of stale. It kind of smelled a little stale, so I had to pour it out. So we're just going to make a small focaccia. It's still a wonderful focaccia. Typically, like I said, I would use 2 of the pizza crust, but tonight we're just going to do 1, and we're going to stretch it and make it beautiful. So I've already put 2 tablespoons of the oil in with my pizza crust mixed. Now I'm using a 1/2 cup of warm water. You do want the temperature of the water to be somewhere between 110 and 120 degrees. It activates everything in the dough that needs to be activated properly. You're just going to mix that, give it a good little mix, make sure everything gets good and wet. And then we're going to take it out of here and we're going to knead it for about 5 minutes on a floured surface. I do have 2 surfaces down here because one we're going to be cutting up our wonderful veggies. So have you decided what you want to put on your pretty focaccia bread? Okay, so we are ready to knead. You can see this is the dough. It's pretty lumpy. It's still kind of wet. We are going to turn it out on the surface. My hands are clean. I washed them just before I came on. We're going to turn it out on the surface, and we are going to knead this for about 5 minutes. So we get to talk while we're kneading. You want to make sure your surface is good and floured as well as your hands. Otherwise, everything is going to stick to you, and you're not going to get a good dough. All right, so this is wonderful. I love our pizza crust. And with the new stones, if you want to start making your own pizza crust, which I highly, advise, the new stones can be preheated. So you get that wonderful crispy crunch to your focaccia or to your pizza crust when you do it. Now, we're not going to preheat the stone for this because I don't want a crisp on my focaccia. Hi, Tori. Hey, Marianne. I don't want my focaccia to be crisp, and I don't want it to cook too quickly, okay? Now, there's 2 rules of thumb for this. One, you can put your design in your vegetables on your pan first and make it all pretty, and then lay your dough on top of it. That's not me. Because I have a tendency to need to stretch my dough and roll out my dough on the surface of my pan. And that doesn't go well if you've already put your design down, because now you have a screwed up design. And I really didn't want that. So the way I've done it in the last couple of weeks, like I said, I've been doing this a couple times a week. The way I've been doing it is to go ahead and let my dough rise. Okay, we have been kneading it. Haven't gotten 5 minutes yet. Okay, we're going to end up putting it back in the batter bowl. The instructions tell you just to leave it on your surface and then put a bowl over it. I love the fact that our batter bowls have a lid. So while it's rising, we're going to put it in the batter bowl and put a lid on it, so it's going to maintain that moisture environment where it's going to rise. Now, whew. Yes, I do have my rings on. No, I should not have my rings on to knead bread. That's kind of silly, isn't it? It's a little counterintuitive when I've got to go clean my rings tonight. It's gross. But that's okay. It's going to be yummy. Never know. It might have a pretty design in it, right? Okay. We are going to put our dough into our bowl. We are going to put our lid on our classic batter bowl. We are going to put this someplace warm. You want it to be warm because you want to maintain that temperature so your dough can rise. Hey, Rhonda, honey, I love you. We're going to let your dough rise. So while that's rising, we're going to clean up this surface right here just a smidge. We're going to prep it for rolling out our dough. We are using the new rolling pin. This is the wonderful rolling pin. I love using it. It gives me so much control. And we are going to be cooking our bread on the rectangular stone. So what we're going to do while that's rising is we're going to cut up our veggies. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can cut your veggies. This is the utility knife. I love the coated utility knife. Yes, the color has changed. We just redesigned our coated knives. But this is the old style coated utility knife, and it is my go-to. I use it for everything. These are little baby peppers. They're not hot. These are just the little babies that are like bell peppers, only they're sweet. I mean, only they're babies. Now, did you know that the only difference between the green pepper, the red pepper, the orange pepper, and the yellow pepper is the amount of time that it's allowed to ripen on the vine? It's actually all the same pepper. As it ripens and the colors change, it gets sweeter, and the color, I mean, the taste and the texture changes just a smidge. So we are going to cut up some veggies. We have the quick slice, which I love, and I use the quick slice a lot for like mushrooms or tomatoes, eggs, all kinds of things. I'm going to use the quick slice tonight for these little baby peppers. We're also going to use the cup slicer. If you haven't seen the cup slicer, you guys are going to want to get in on this. This little gadget is ridiculous. I took this with me to a cooking show not long ago. One of the things that we were doing, it was a children's cooking show for Cinco de Mayo. We had a 7-year-old and a 5-year, and no, a 7 and a 9. The 7-year-old wanted to help make the drink. It was strawberry margaritas, and he cut up, seriously, about 4 to 5 pounds of strawberries in about 5 to 7 minutes. Just pow, 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 pow. All cut up, all perfect. It was beautiful. I did have them prepped, okay? The tops were all gone. But that's how easy this is to use. You're not going to hurt your fingers. You're not going to get little kids hurting their fingers. It's perfect to get your littles into the kitchen with you. I cannot stress more highly how wonderful it is to teach your babies and your grandbabies and your nieces and nephews and your neighborhood children to come cook with you, because it's a legacy that they can take with them. And when they're teaching their children and their children ask, oh, who taught you how to cook? Well, my grandma did, or my auntie did, or my neighborhood, my best friend's mommy did. Those things are really special, and those are memories that you're going to cherish. So get the babies in the kitchen with you. Make cookies, I mean, scrambled eggs, anything. Just get them busy in the kitchen with you. Not only will they eat better, but they're going to create memories that are just, you can't replace those. Those are fantastic. Some of my greatest memories are with my grandmama cooking. They were both great cooks. Okay, so this is the quick slice. We are going to slice up. No, I'm not going to worry about the ribs or anything else on the inside of these, because they're small enough they'll come right out when I decide to do things otherwise. So here we go. Rock back and forth. Oh. See, I've had mine so long that my tines are a little bit out of place. Here we go. Love it. I love that they come out so even. All right, they're even, and I don't have to worry about it. Now, the reason I'm using these little baby peppers is because they look like little flowers, or they look like the outside of a flower, or they can be maybe like a sun or the center of a flower. There's all kinds of things and ways you can use these things. And they just cut up. I tried to find the ones that were pretty uniform. So they're little round ones. Now they're really cool. Like if you have some that are shaped differently, they're really neat to make different shaped flowers. Or, you know, different shaped things like birds even. They're super, super neat. Please let your imagination just run, because this is a simple, simple way to create something fun and beautiful at the same time. That's tasty. Okay, so there we go with our beautiful little ribs. Oh, that was fun. That one, the top was very thick. All right, now I am leaving the ribs on some of those because it's kind of fun to leave the ribs on and create petals. So we're going to leave some of those right where they are. These are sugar snap peas, and my dear friend Connie Tate, who may or may not still be watching, uses these on her charcuterie, and I've become enamored, like deeply enamored of her charcuterie. I strive to be like Connie. She's awesome. Okay. So we are going to attempt to open this without killing it. Thank goodness we're letting our dough rise, right? There we go. Okay. This is awesome. See, I should have asked Connie how she, hey TC. Hi Peggy. Look how cute these are. Aren't they just darling? These little baby sugar snap peas with tiny little things inside. They're just so cute. So yeah, I want to use those in my design somehow. Just not sure how. What do you guys think? How do you think we should use those in our design? Because I think it's rather unique. Okay, my oven, that was my oven beeping. And my oven is telling me that it is ready, which also means that my 5 minutes is up. It is ready for our bread. So we are going to check out that dough. Oh my gosh, look how cute is this. Look at that. I just love it. That is going to be a darling little, can you imagine like dewdrops? How cute, right? Let your imagination get crazy with this stuff. Seriously, you're limited only by your imagination. And I dare say, all of you women that are watching me right now, and some men who are going to be watching it later on, are going to have a ball letting your imagination go wild. Look how cute is this. Oh, see, I'm just in love. Okay, so the mushrooms. I am going to cut the mushrooms on the quick slice because I want the mushroom to come out kind of looking like a little tree. There we go. See? I want perfect little slices. And I love that. I love that I got the perfect little slices. Now, I did choose 3 mushrooms here. So, I'm hoping... Oops, wrong way. I'm hoping I'm going to get good slices on these to make the little trees. Yep, there we go. Little trees. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. I have also carefully sliced with my knife broccoli. They look like little bushes. And here's some cauliflower. Look like little baby shrubs. So I do have a couple of things going on here. Kind of exciting. Alright, one more mushroom, and we'll cut this one last mushroom. Okay, there we go. Alright, put this up. Now, cup slicer. I am also using some mozzarella balls. Cool little mozzarella balls. And they're soaking in olive oil. Yum. And I want to cut them into slices as well because I'm thinking I'm going to use these as centers on some of these flowers. I'm also going to use some larger bell peppers. I haven't quite decided how I want to incorporate that yet. Okay, as you can see, these are in oil. They're dripping oil. It's kind of nasty. Feels grody, but that's okay. Alright, we're just going to lay a couple down here on the surface. I think you can see me. Can you? Yeah, you can see it down here. This cup slicer is amazing. Alright, so as you can see, I have 3 little mozzarella balls down here. This is the bottom of the cup slicer. You can see that it's got even spacing between those blades. It is serrated. It is rather sharp. It's not horrifyingly sharp. I'm not cutting myself. But it is sharp enough to do what we need to do. Makes quick business of strawberries and eggs, I can tell you that. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to do. Push, push, push. And you get even slices. Now, you can see the bottom. It's not quite all the way through. This base has the places for the tines. Push through, and there you are. You have evenly cut pieces of cheese. Perfect. Okay, we are also going to be using scallions. We're going to be using chives. going to be using large bell peppers. I have green and I have the orange. This I do want to take care of the yuckies on the inside. There we go. All right, so now I'm not going to use these in a circle. So I'm just going to cut some strips. Now you want to make sure that you're not cutting your vegetables too thick, because honestly we're only going to cook this for about 15 to 18 minutes. So, you know, if you've got a thick vegetable, then obviously it's not going to be enough time to cook. All right, the other thing you want to make sure you do is that you want to have a really good quality extra virgin olive oil. We are going to dimple the bread, and we're going to drizzle some olive oil across the top of it. All right, so these are just some strips of the bell pepper. Gonna get these going. Again, they're thin. They're not super thick, so that they're going to cook thoroughly in the oven. All right, now, who can tell me what they think I'm going to use the green for? You might be right, you might be wrong. I love using the green as plant stems. And I'm going to be using some fresh herbs. I do have some fresh rosemary and some fresh dill. I think I have some dill. Definitely have some beautiful parsley and some chives. And I'm going to be using all of that, as well as the green stems on the scallions for plant stems. But you can also use the green pepper with plants as plant stems. So I'm telling you, just let your imagination go crazy, y'all. Really. Just let it go wild, because it's worth it. Okay, so I'm going to flour my my rectangle stone here. And the reason I'm going to flour it is because I am going to be stretching out this dough. I want to make sure I flour it. I'm going to flour my rolling pin as well, so that I can get the good stretch on this dough. All right, yum, so good. All right, let's roll. Pizza dough is notoriously stretchy, y'all. It is stretchy. And it's going to stretch back just as easily as it's stretched big. Be patient with it. You want to work it steady, work it in many different directions, turn the dough so that it's easier for you to get to it. Because you have floured the surface, it's moving around nicely. Decide whether you want it to be square or rectangular or circular. I mean, for pizza, obviously, you're going to make a circle. But do you want your focaccia to be a circle? Or do you want your focaccia to be a square or a rectangle? Or a triangle or whatever, you know. I was kind of thinking today I would do more of a square. I've done a circle. I've done a rectangle, done an oval, so we're going to try to do more of a square this time. Okay. You'll notice as you roll, like I said, pizza dough likes to shrink back. That's why the pizza guys in the pizza parlor throw it up in the air, because that centrifugal force causes it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, we're almost done here. We've done a nice job on this dough, y'all. I love this dough. I love the herbs in it. The flavor is incredible. Okay, let's see here. All right. There we go. Well, it's not quite as square as I would like for it to be, but I think it's going to be, I think that's going to be okay. Okay, so here we have our dough in the shape that we're going to use. Now, take your little fingers, dimple this bread. Just put little dimples in it all over the place. Why? Because you're going to use those dimples to catch flavor. There is so much flavor in the olive oil, and the olive oil will bring out the flavor in the vegetables as they roast on your bread. Do not bake it without this step, because it's good, it's great, but it's not the same. Okay, so we're dimpled, and like I said, it stretches, so you want to dimple it a lot. Just when you think you haven't dimpled it enough, dimple some more, okay? Because it's going to stretch back, it's going to snap back, and not want to accept those dimples. So we're going to, and of course, if you have long nails like me, then you end up with dimple marks, but anyway, I mean nail marks, but anyway, there you go. Okay, so we're going to start designing. Hey, Miranda, love you, baby. Okay, we're going to start designing. And I'm going to put my little trees along the bottom, and my trees are going to be with my mushrooms and my little shrubs with my broccoli. So cute. And with my pretty little cauliflower. For me, I like imagining a fairy forest. Now, I'm real big on fairies and trolls and gnomes and that kind of stuff. I have them all over my house. So I think it's really cool if you imagine making an area for little gnomes or making a fairy forest. So I'm making a fairy forest. And I like that. Makes me happy. Imagine the little gnomes sitting underneath one of your little cauliflower shrubs, or just cool stuff. You know, just play with it. Oof. Play with it. Have fun. Okay, found these pretty little tomatoes. Obviously, that's not red, right? Cool little tomatoes. I am going to cut these tomatoes so that you see the inside of the tomato, but I'm also going to use the dome of the tomato as a decoration. So we're going to use that as the sky. That's going to be the moon, I mean the sun going down on a beautiful sunset. And this is going to be part of a flower. And this is going to be part of a flower. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty, you guys. I just love these colors. They're so nice. Okay. It doesn't matter that they're kind of ooey gooey. It doesn't matter, okay? Let it be. And the sizes, you want the size differentiation, so let it go. Enjoy the sizes. Don't get upset because you've got some tiny ones and some big ones, because, you know, nothing in the world is exactly the same size as the next thing. So just let it go. Enjoy it. Oh, that's neat. The seeds came out of that one. That one's fun. Okay, so I'm going to trim this one up. I'm going to make this look like a nice little stem. I'm going to trim it up some. Pretty, pretty, pretty. No, that's too thick. I don't want that. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing. This is a piece of green pepper. And I just trimmed it up real slender. And I'm using it as a stalk for my little tomato tree. I'm going to use a couple of these for little tomato trees. Nifty. They're so cute, you guys. And for my flowers, I'm going to use probably the green onion. I'm going to cut the green onion and use the green onion stone. It's a little more bendy. And I can actually make leaves out of these darling little sugar snaps. Oh, this is going to be fun, you guys. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. This is what we have so far. Okay, it's starting to take shape. All right, I'm going to use some of these pretty round babies around the tomatoes. Give a little bit more depth. And the yellow ones seem to be larger, so we're probably going to use, I don't know, we might use more than just the yellow. Okay, there we go. We're framing those little baby tomatoes. So pretty. Okay, let's try an orange. See if we can get an orange or not around this baby. Yeah, I think we can do that. Trim that up just a smidge on the inside. Put that around that little piece of tomato. Pretty, pretty. All right, let's get a red one. Put a red one around this little piece of tomato. This is going to be like wildflowers in a field, y'all. So cute. Okay, now let's get out this wonderful green onion. I have had such a good time getting local produce, you guys. I've been going to the farmer's market and had a blast finding some really beautiful local produce. As a matter of fact, all of this is local produce. Okay, I am also going to use the bulb of the scallion as bubbles in the sky. I know that's weird, right? But we're going to, because I love bubbles. So here we go. We're going to put some little bubbles. Put some little bubbles. Now, do you guys know the rule of 3? The rule of 3 has to do with odd numbers. So you want to have odd number art, basically. That is beautiful. Look at that. The color is exceptional. Look at all these colors. They're so pretty. These are going to be so nice. I'm going to cut this in half. It's going to be lovely. The inside of the scallion, of course, is hollow, so when you open it up, it opens beautifully, and you get way more than just 1 or 2 little stems. You get a whole bunch. You just have to cut carefully. Okay, here we go. Whole bunch of stems, see? All right, we're going to put this way. Feel free to push your pieces into your dough, okay? And the reason for that is because obviously it'll stick in there better. Okay, I'm using some of these little, gosh, it's so pretty. I'm going to be using some of the cheese, the little mozzarella balls. I'm going to be using some of those as anchors. So, yeah, that's going to be really cute. Because they're going to be melty too. And we want that melty quality. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. Let's see, we need to cut some more of this. So are you making yours? Tell me about it. Are you just getting ideas? Tell me all about yours, because I want to know. Hey, Dawn, I was thinking about you, love bug. I know you don't live in Colorado anymore, but I sure could use your help. Can you message me later on? I have a situation requiring childcare in Colorado. And I know you probably know people, so I'm after you. Now, you're going to want to try and make these straight. Don't try and make it straight. Let it be curly. Have fun with it. Just enjoy the fact that it is. And try to follow the shapes with ease. Don't try to force it into something that it's not. Just let it be, because it's too much fun. Just let it be, let it be. Oh my gosh, I am so loving this, y'all. This is coming together so beautifully. Okay, now I'm going to use these as flower petals. That's too big. I don't want that one. I want a little one. I want a baby. Uh-oh, here comes the dog. The dog wants to know what's going on. He always comes up underneath my feet when I'm doing these because he wants to know what I'm dropping. Okay? Look how cute. Oh my goodness. These are so cute, you guys. I just love these. I'm so excited that Connie used these and gave me the idea. It's all because of her and her creativity. She did it. It's not me. But her creativity really sparked something for me, and I love it. I think it's darling. So here we go. There it is. Thank you, Connie. I think I want to make a bigger flower, and that's going to mean a bigger tomato. So a lot of people would prefer using the peppers for larger flowers. I prefer using tomatoes only because my children don't care for peppers. Well, my youngest does, but my oldest one does not. He doesn't really care for tomatoes either, to be honest with you. But he'll eat the tomato before he will eat the other. So we're going to make some flowers out of the tomato. There we go. Here is our stem. Maybe I can get my child who works in the restaurant industry to make some of these too. Be cute. Alright, now we are definitely about ready to sprinkle. Oh, also, I enjoy very much using poppy seeds and sesame seeds. Little added nuttiness, little added flavor. Really cute, really cool actually too, by the way. And it cooks up beautifully. So we're going to add some poppy seeds and such to this as well. So we don't need any more of that. We're good. All right, we're going to put this down here. Now, I had thought about the potential of some shaved Parmesan, but I don't think I'm going to do shaved Parmesan. I think I'm going to leave the Parmesan alone. I am, however, going to get this parsley out here. I'm going to put some beautiful curly leaf parsley on here and mash that right on in. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. You guys, this is going to taste so good. I'm super happy. And I'm also very, very picky about the pieces that I use. So, you know, forgive me if it's going a little slowly, but I'm choosy. All right. Okay, we want to do sun rays. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Sun rays. All right, so I'm almost done. I'm sorry that it's taken so long. No, I'm not, because it's going to be beautiful. And you're going to love it too, so I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Actually, that just looks like a great big beautiful flower. Oh, I'm digging that. We just made a whole new flower, y'all. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's lovely. Okay, here we go. We are done. We're finished. I'm going to drizzle it with olive oil and some sesame seeds. But so far, this is what we have. Look at this. What a stunner, you guys. All right, so I'm going to drizzle with olive oil. This is my olive oil. I am not a good drizzler, okay? Don't let anybody kid you. They tell you put your hand over it, drizzle, blah, blah. I stink at this, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, here we go. Drizzle, 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 drizzle. And this is also very good for your stone, okay? Drizzle, beautiful drizzle, got to drizzle. All right, we're going to put, I like to use poppy seeds to look like little fireflies. I know that's weird, right? But I love fireflies, so we're just going to put a couple little flies right here, couple little flies right here, couple little flies hanging around right here. There we go. All right. And I love sesame seeds because as they toast, they give a little nutty crunch to your entire bit. So, here we go. Now these look like little fairy lights. And that's exciting, you guys. Little baby fairy lights. Woo! Let's do it. All right, here we go. Here is our finished piece. So I'm going to put this in the oven. This is going to bake for anywhere from 15 to 18 minutes. It's on 425 to 450 depending on your oven. Mine runs pretty true to temperature, so we're going to cook. Hi, Cheryl. And hi, Sharon. We're going to cook. Oh, Vicky's too. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you. Okay, we're going to cook this at true temp 450 for 15 minutes. We're going to check it after that. If I need to cook it a little longer, I will. But this is your bread art. So when you take it out, your friends and family are going to freak out that you have this amazing bread. All right, and the other thing I'm going to do is I am going to make a dipping oil. Now, we have an amazing dipping oil. It's the garlic parmesan oil. That's phenomenal, but I'm out. So we're going to make our own. This is olive oil, and I'm going to be using our Italian seasoning. I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in there, probably a tablespoon, maybe 2. We'll have to see. I'm also going to be adding, well, of course, you know, if I hadn't made that all wet earlier, maybe that would have worked out a little better. I'm also going to add some Parmesan, regular Parmesan from the fridge. And if you want to stick around while I do that, that'd be great. Leon, oh goodness, my love, I'm so happy to see you. Thanks. Ah, look at me blushing. I'm so happy. Please, please give your beautiful bride my love. Okay, almost done. We're going to put this in the oven in just a minute, but right now I'm making the rest of this wonderful dipping oil. I do have a couple tablespoons of the, gosh, I can talk. Leon got me all flustered. Leon and his beautiful wife, Mickey, are longtime friends of our family. 38 years. And they're a joy. They're just very, very special people. My parents adored them. They were second kids to my parents. Oh, Vicki, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, dipping oil is done. Okay, this is the dipping oil. All right, so I'm going to put it in the oven, and I will check back with you guys as soon as it's done. I'm going to, like I said, 15 to 18 minutes. Mine is very true to time, so it'll be about 15 minutes, and I'll take it out, and I'll show you the finished product. You do not want this to get overly dark, okay? So if you check it in 15 minutes, and it sounds kind of hollowish, you know, if you thump it and it sounds a little hollowish, that's a good sign. Don't let it get too dark, because then it gets a little too crispy, and you don't want it too crispy. You want it to chew just a little bit. Hi, Geraldine, love. All right, so again, this is our preliminary product. This is gorgeous. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I shall post the finished product as soon as it comes out of the oven. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming. Love you much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.